Hi folks, welcome back to the Hoard. So I'm just kind of wrapping my day up here, and I'm kind of frustrated because I lost the carburetor. Actually, I have lost more than one carburetor, and maybe you guys have seen it. Let me tell you what I'm up to. This rig, I got it to the point where I did a compression test on it, and that's a wet compression test. So it's got compression somewhere around 130, 125, 130, which is enough to start and run. And once again, that's a wet compression test. I put oil into it. It's not bad, considering I have quite a bit of oil in it, and I've kicked it over several times. It doesn't seem to be misting out the carburetor port, which is a real good thing. So that means the intake valve is probably good. The exhaust valve probably good. So I'm happy I got it spinning again. That's all nice. This carburetor is completely pooched, and the reason why I didn't have any compression, this valve was not only closed, right now it's stuck open, but this valve was not only closed, but it was loaded with how does one say, turd, manure, crap, or you can use the shit word if you want to. I don't know what the heck went on here. I mean, that's just completely corroded all the hell. And there's some stuff in the input there, input port there too. So, I mean, it's like it was attacked by acid. Just grabbing a flashlight here and dropping one on the floor. I mean, what the heck? So, I mean, eaten. Anyway, so this carburetor is done. It's a wrap. And the carburetor I'm looking for, I know I have, well, I'm looking for a couple of 2 or 3 different carburetors. The first carburetor I'm looking for is an OEM carburetor that was in all that stuff I sorted, and I deliberately left it out and left it where I could see it, but I'm not seeing it. I mean, it had the throttle, it had the choke, it had the whole bit. So it's a Honda OEM carburetor. Anyway, that's lost down here somewhere. Here too, this garage, because I've seen it recently. I've seen it over the last couple of days. So that's frustration number 1. Frustration number 2 is I have the aftermarket carburetors, and you can tell them because they got a bubble on top here. They got like a dome on top. And I looked all through the Hoard, and none of my bikes are wearing that carburetor either. Right? That's a Kevin over there. These guys both have OEMs on them. So I'm missing that too. I lost that here in the Hoard somewhere. And it's frustrating because if I had it, I'd slam it right on there. I'd put my portable CDI box on it, and this thing would probably be running. The one thing I haven't checked yet, and I really need to check, is to make sure the tranny's any good. So obviously right now it's able to roll. I just want to demonstrate its ability to roll without popping the tires. That really kind of sucks, especially if I do it on film, right? So, see, it's rolling. got a little drag, not too bad. And if I pop it into gear, right, it no longer rolls. So that means the tranny's probably good. I also looked around. I don't seem to have the key for it. I got like a dozen Honda keys, but I don't have the key for this one. I don't think this one came with the key. So I'm not annoyed at myself for losing it. Yeah, that carburetor, or my carburetor problems right now are frustrating me because, once again, I put that OEM one aside deliberately. I found it. Remember when there was all those boxes of stuff right here? Well, I dug it out of there and I said, oh, I got to save this because I might want to put it on that one or something else. Well, that one a while ago had the aftermarket carburetor on it. When I first got it and got it running, I put the aftermarket carburetor on it. And it worked fine. And then I pulled the aftermarket carburetor off and I put it on the bike over there. Now this one had no carburetor, which kind of surprised me when I went and looked at it. I dug through the hoard and I dug up the carburetor that it came with, let's use those words, and I put that carburetor back on, which I was pretty cool with. And I really expected to find the aftermarket carb on this bike. But this bike has no carb. There's nothing here. So it's not on this bike, which is frustrating the hell out of me. And this, I checked the two bikes in the sheds there. You see the back of the shed right there. I checked the shed, and the 250 ES in there and the TRX 250 both have OEM carbs on them. So, what am I missing? I'm missing at least one OEM carb, and I'm missing a knockoff carb. The knockoff carb looks like the one Bill Stanton was playing with. His is brand new. Don't worry, Bill didn't come and take my carb. Shoot. It's one of the problems you run into when you kind of organize your crap. Then you put things away and you lose them. I dug out these tires. You could see, though they've never been used, right? They got the little casting knobs on them. Nubs. Because these tires, I mean, they're on here, but they only hold air for a matter of hours. And I want to be able to move this stuff around. I don't want to have to pick it up and carry it out. This guy and that guy, the tires hold air for a few days. So I'm thinking I'm going to be able to slime them up. This one holds air pretty good, but you can see I just pulled the worm out, the sticky worm, and put in a huge sticky worm. And that one in the sidewall also has a huge sticky worm. So I don't. It's frustrating. This bike, I'd like to have matching rims and tires, particularly on the back. That's the rim that came off of it. The tire was crap. It was completely cracked in the sidewall. I couldn't do anything with it. I couldn't tube. I couldn't do anything like that with it. So the back tires match, but the wheels don't. That one's gray. That one's gold. If I tube it, now I got one gray, one gold, the one that should be on it sitting over there doing nothing, and I would also have to tube this one. Notice as I was digging around the hoard, I also found silver spray paint, and I found, and already lost, no, here it is, some more silver or gray spray paint. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with wheels on it. Well, I was also floating around the hoard. I found a set of wheels, tires, and hubs. These go to a 200X. But they're Armstrongs. I don't know if they'd hold air. I can try them. One of them was beat up on the side pretty good. Yeah, this one. Right, you guys can see it's kind of a wreck. So the other thing I could do, theoretically, I could get these tires off and put the hubs and everything on the back of this, but once again that moves me away from what it came with. What it came with was 2 Goldies in the back and those tires. These tires, though they're new old stock. They've been floating around, God, they're probably over 20 years old, and my concern is I'm going to take a tire that actually holds air. It's the best of the 3. I'm going to break it off the rim, and then it's not going to hold air anymore. And given that this thing has some sidewall cracks and everything else, it's not the greatest tire in the world. I don't know. What I am is I'm tired, and I really should just wrap it up for the day and stop fooling around because I'm not getting anything done anymore. So see that? Even Harvey gets tired, and the hoard does suck the energy out of you. Okay, I've been babbling for 12 minutes. Let me get off here, get off the air. Folks, I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your head up, and get out there and enjoy all your days. Don't let the hoard eat your carburetor, right? Hoard of keys. Okay, folks, take care now. Bye.